Book 4 is a lot like Book 3 in that it, again, only has 5 issues from the main series. So once again, the trade paperbacks are actually further ahead, way further ahead than the hardcover books. And the hardcover books are being released, like the next one's not till October of 2020, and this one came out September of 2019. So over a year. That's kind of messed up for how much we're getting. But the 5 issues that we get, all of them are standalone issues. So there's lots of dialogue heavy stuff, and it all gets resolved within the 18 to 22 pages that we see them in. And I actually really like that about this volume. It actually makes the... Oh yeah, this one's... anytime you see that animation, that's... or illustration, that means that Kyle Starks has illustrated it himself. Because he has a very different style. Some would say, like, there's just thicker lines around everything, and they're drawn a little slightly off, but it works great for this issue, which I think is the interdimensional cable issue, number 3. But, yeah, that was, Nay's Anatomy. That was a story where, story about Beth, and this, her place was being taken over by some evil corporate guy, and she had to save it, and I don't know, it was a cool little fun story. And then they have the bonus shorts for a few of those. And, yeah, it was, I like the 5 stories in the first half of this book. The second half of this book is Pocket Like You Stole It, and it's 5 issues that tell one story. But it's based off of the phone game called Pocket Mortys, so it's a story of this Morty that's collecting a bunch of other Mortys, and sort of regular Morty is the hero of the story. There's ants in my eyes, Morty. That's awesome. I love ants in my eyes. I mean, I don't, but I like that character, or that character exists. That there's a dimension that exists in which there's an ants in my eyes, Morty. So he goes around, talks to like hippie Morty, who ends up, I think, crazy cat Rick is collecting them but not hurting them, or he's not making them fight, but he is like charging them or something. I don't know. It wasn't as strong. It's definitely not as strong as the main series. Like the miniseries so far, from what I've read, aren't. They just. No offense, Kyle. I think this Kyle Starks guy is really good at what he's doing. So, but it does feel a little more like the story because it has Morty in it. But it does also feel like it's trying to work in a plot to a phone game, which is no easy task. So kudos to the writer of that, because they did have to write 5 issues. And it comes with little trading cards in the end, including Ants in My Eyes, Morty. That was kind of cool. Let's take a quick look at some of the pictures in the cover gallery, though. Siegs, Interdimensional Cable number 3. There weren't as many variant covers, I don't think, as there was for the first several issues. I really like that one. That was, if anyone doesn't know, that's from the cover of the very first Nintendo Power magazine. I'm sure there's a lot of video game themed ones here. Yeah, so I will say, if you've read Book 3, this is very similar to Book 3. Oh, there's a little making of here. It's very similar to Book 3 in that it's 5 issues in the main series and then a miniseries. But I kind of like the miniseries from Book 4 just a bit more, and that's probably because it actually has Rick and Morty in it. It's difficult to actually come up with a rating for stuff like this. I don't like the whole 10 out of 10s and stuff like that, but I could definitely say, like, the first half of the book, I would give, like, the main series, I'd probably give that a 10 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10, or something like that. And then the one that's, you're your contract. Someone is contracted to write a 5 issues that's based on a phone game. Not an easy task, but still, when compared to the main series, that's more like a 7 out of 10. So book 5 is actually going to be pretty similar to books 3 and 4, because it's once again going to have 5 issues at the beginning that it's a part of the main series, and then I think the next one's only 4 issues of the Rick and Morty Presents, although I think the Rick and Morty Presents comics were something longer, like 32 pages instead of 22. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out when that comes out. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay cuddly.